Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And yes, he's finally here. I'm doing my review. Sorry. Um I know this is like showing like the trailer, like not actually like all the clips like from the movie, I can't do that. But I just didn't want to show my desktop, I just didn't want to do that. So I'm just gonna do this. I want to show you something, but I'm not gonna be playing anything, just going image by image and stuff like that. But yeah. So this is gonna be my review, and I haven't done a movie review before, and obviously I'm gonna talk about everything, but and references and stuff like that. But um, what do I want to say? Oh yeah, I'm obviously going to talk about everything, but I just didn't want to talk about like the very beginning all the way to the very end in that order, like So what I'm thinking, I might change it while mid talking. Like while I'm talking, I might change it. But what I'm gonna do is go by characters. The first thing I start with Sonic, then I'll go to Tails and Knuckles and Dr. Robotnik and talk about wait, sorry, before we go any further, but obviously by the trailer you know Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails are in the movie. But if you want my non-spoiler review, here it is right now. It's great. If you like the first one, you're gonna love the second one. There's a couple of things where a lot of people say they didn't like. I didn't find it terrible, but I didn't find like fantastic either, because part of it's like for adults and part of it's like for kids. Uh again, I won't like talk about it, like too much, because again, this is like non-spoiler like right now. But again, if you want my opinion, it's great. um I think it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I'm not the hugest Sonic fan, because I'm not sure if you I'm not sure if you knew this, but I played Sonic when I was like in elementary school, and then I had like Sonic Colors, like the game, but I didn't like finish it. But middle school and high school, I'd never really touched on Sonic until like college, where somewhere along the line I watched like the first movie after it wasn't in theaters anymore. I had to watch it like online. Um, and like YouTube clips and stuff like that. But I watched like Sonic 2 when it actually came out in theaters, like the day of. So that's pretty cool. So I'm glad that was able to get in with the hype with Sonic 2. And yeah, again, it was great. If you liked the first one, you're gonna love the second one. It was great. Action, story, Easter eggs, stuff in the games. Um, and not just Sonic 2, the game, from other games also. um, Heartfelt stuff, being a family, and just go see it. If you're a fan of Sonic and just want to go as a family to see like a good movie, go watch this movie. And I guess that's my non-spoiler review. But don't go anywhere. In this review also is my spoiler review. So spoilers. If you don't want to know anything, if you haven't seen the movie yet, why haven't you seen it? I mean, there's probably reasons, there's plenty of reasons why you probably haven't seen it yet. There's probably a couple I can think of, but that's your own personal thing. But spoilers, I'm gonna get into it. Again, I'm gonna be talking about characters first. I'm gonna first start with Sonic, then go to Tails and Knuckles, go to Dr. Robotnik, Longclaw, the Echidnas. I'll talk about the Master Emerald. I'm gonna talk about the Chaos Emerald. I'm gonna talk about Tom, Haley. I forgot her name. The Pretzel Lady from the first movie. This was Sonic called her the Pretzel Lady. The Pretzel Lady's sister. I'm gonna be talking about there's this agency that's called Gun. It stands for something, but that's what it's called. That's like from the games also. What else? I'll be talking about Agent Stone also. What else? And after I'm done talking about characters, I'll be talking about like plot elements and stuff, and then I'll be talking about locations. And after like that, I'll go more into like the clips, like this happens and this happens, but and then I'll switch back to going into what would it be? Oh, like the final battle. I'll go into that, and again, like I might like change it up, but then the thing will be like the post credit scene because there is a post credit scene. I'll be talking about that, and then like predictions for like an upcoming movie or movies, and yeah. Okay, so let's get started. First, I want to talk about Sonic, the main character. I love him in this movie. He was that kid, because what happened to Longclaw? She died. Sonic had to live on his own. He was meant to go to the Mushroom Planet, but he said he wanted to go to Earth. And basically, spoilers for the first movie is that he hangs out. Something happens. Robotnik finds him. He has to hang out with Tom, the Donut Lord, and he has to help him get to California to get his rings back because something happened with his rings. Again, watch the first movie. But basically, he's here kind of acting like a superhero a bit. And basically what happens is that everyone, even in Green Hill Zone, knows him. He's like, oh, hey, I forget his name, Jerry or something. He's like, hey, Sonic. And he's doing the miles per hour, and it's like 100 something. It's he's like, woohoo. And you see Sonic being a superhero. He's like, oh, you're no match for Blue Justice. And he's going really fast. He's stopping the bank robbers. Oh, might have a drive, and being that teenager. And he's being kind of reckless, and he's like, who are you? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm your friendly neighborhood superhero. He's kind of messing up. He's like, lady. He's ah. He almost runs over. He's like, you're terrible at this. Hey, your negative attitude is not helping. And he basically, he's accidentally blowing up the sewer system because there's bombs in the truck where they were robbing from. And and there's one more bomb. He's like, find it. He's like, I found it. He's like, throw it out. And then it busts up the sewer system and stuff like that. And then he's like, oh, and basically say, oh, the brakes are not working for, I forgot, maybe, I think, did the bandits cut it? I forgot. But he's like, we gotta do something. And Sonic just tears apart the car. And then you see that the police officer, dude, just goes right up to, he slides with the remains of the car to this kid with an ice cream cone that almost got run over. Sonic, you messed up. But basically, that's what Sonic happened in the beginning. And, Sonic has basically been kind of reckless lately. And, basically his arc is being responsible, which I like. And him meeting Tails and him meeting Knuckles. And basically gets Robotnik again. Because him and Tom, they're actually going fishing. But because Sonic was up all night being Blue Justice, Tom's like, hey, Sonic, it's sleeping. Oh, Sonic, wake up. And poof, he even falls into the water. And Tom has to help him up because I guess Sonic can't swim. He's like, oh, he's like, Sonic, you're sleeping. Oh, sorry. He's like, yeah, I thought we could hang out, and he's like, well, yeah, but it's hey, you want to explain this? He's like, oh, we found out that, yeah, you're being superhero. Oh, yeah, Blue Justice, trademark pending. He's like, no, dude, stop it. I'm responsible for you. You can't be doing this stuff. And there's a scene where he goes to check on Sonic, but he's an active machine that tells you that, oh, I'm sleepy, oh, go away. He's like, oh, I'm farting. And you see that the blanket goes over the dummy Sonic, and Tom's like, oh my goodness, what is this? He's like, you gotta stop this. Hey, being a hero it's important, but you have to wait for that moment to choose you. You can't just find your destiny and do it. That moment chooses you. You can't just do willy-nilly. And then Sonic basically says hey, I came to Earth to have friends. Stop trying to be my dad. And I'm like, ooh, jeez. And Tom kind of feels bad about that because with Sonic and Longclaw was basically his guardian, kind of like his mom, and it was his fault because he was showing off his speed. And Longclaw basically said, oh, you're not supposed to do that. But Sonic was just a kid. He's a little kid. He's obviously gonna show off his speed. He's obviously gonna do that. And and basically it ended up, spoilers, it got her killed. So obviously Sonic doesn't want like that guardian again. He doesn't want to mess it up. So he's like, stop being my dad. And he's like, oh hey, Sonic, like, come on, like, let's go. We're done fishing. And he's like, oh, okay. Oh, I even like when I like the part where he's like, oh, that moment chooses you. He's like, oh, I got goosebumps. Did you see that from Oprah? He's like, nope, that's a, what's it, Bukowski special. Like, my father actually told me that line on his boat. I guess he was like 13, around like Sonic's age. And, basically, and, basically, what happens with Sonic is that, I forgot her name, Masson or something. The wife, the pretzel lady, with Tom. They're going to the sister's wedding, and I like how Sonic tries to pretend this is an airport. But why go to the airport when you just use the ring? Like, oh my goodness. Could you imagine if all of Green Hills had this thing? Oh my goodness. But basically they do Sonic's like the metal detector person, like whoop whoop whoop. Okay, you can go. And he's like, oh, have fun. Like, Sonic, don't be reckless. You're in charge of the house. Oh, I won't. He obviously is. And Sonic basically just trashes the house and with what was the dog's name? Audie or something? I forgot. And he basically he has like this tub and they water splashing everywhere. There's bubbles everywhere. He's having glow sticks and he has like a lawnmower, messing up food and bags everywhere. And then you see Tails with wait no, sorry, but we're not talking about Tails yet. Sorry. Um and you basically have Sonic basically having a good time. You see Tom calling. He just cleans it up. Hey Tom, how's it going? Okay, Sonic, what'd you do? What do you mean? Does the dog just coming in all covered in soap? Everything's perfectly normal. Yeah, okay. Whatever you did, you can clean it up if you see super fast. What are you talking about? Is it just checking out on you? Because he's like his dad. He wants to check in on him. I love that. He's like, oh, everything's going fine. How's the wedding? How's Professor Lady's sister? Is it? Oh, she's doing fine, but like, she doesn't like me, so I better play nice. Okay, good luck. And Sonic's back to party. And he's like jumping on the couch and stuff like that. And then we get the we get like the power out, and we basically get Sonic introduced to Robotnik again. Well, not really introduced, reintroduced. And he's like, Eggman? He's like, oh yeah, I came back. Oh, you're gonna take my power. Oh, I got a special friend here. Who'd you bring? And then Sonic is like, oh, I don't care who you bring. Sonic's about to punch Eggman. Knuckles comes in. Sonic's like, what? And then Knuckles, boom, punches him like through the wall. Like, oh my goodness. He's like, huh? And then Robotnik's like, oh, where are my manners? Sonic, meet Knuckles. Like, the echidna. And Sonic's like, oh, the echidna. Oh my goodness. It's like, and it's not Sonic. Not Sonic. Knuckles, the actor, I forgot his name. Ivorus, I think that's what his name. He does a phenomenal job with Knuckles because apparently people have been saying in the games, not the game. Excuse me. Not the game. The show Sonic Boom. They made Knuckles kind of like a moron, like a dummy, but in this movie he's naive. He's just naive, but we're not talking about Knuckles yet. And basically we have Sonic basically get beat up by Knuckles, and he's basically said like, oh, like this is who you are. Oh, you're untrained, you're undisciplined, you're unworthy. And Sonic's like, oh jeez, I just met you and you're trashing all over me. And Sonic's like basically like, you're not gonna take my power. He does like a spin dash and he's like, I don't need your power. Like, you think you can defeat me? And then boom, pounds him. Sounds like, oh my goodness. And then immediately, before Sonic can do anything, Knuckles grabs him by the throat onto a tree. Oh, I know you're gonna lead me to the Master Emerald. Like, and then Eggman's like, Master Emerald, like, oh, source of ultimate power. And Something I should be like. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just want you to focus on that one image. What was the whole point of this? I'm just getting distracted. But because I'm talking about Sonic, I just hold on. I want a good image. I can't find them. I guess I'll leave it here for now because I'm talking about Sonic. I just want a good Sonic image. But basically, with Sonic advocating like defeated by Knuckles, basically, and he's like, "I know you lead me to the Master Emerald," and Robotnik's, "Oh, like Master Emerald? Whoa, what's that?" And he's like, "Oh," he's like, "What are we talking about?" He's like, "I know that you have, my people been after against Longclaw," and he's like, "You know Longclaw?" And Robotnik's like, "Longclaw? Who's that?" Robotnik's super smart, so he's paying attention to everything. And Knuckles like, "Oh, you're gonna lead me to it," and then this car comes in and basically saves Knuckles. Not Knuckles. And knocks Knuckles out. And who's that? It's Tails. Okay, and then Tails basically says, saves Knuckles. Why am I saying Knuckles? Why am I saying Knuckles? Sonic. Tails saves Sonic. And I'm gonna be skipping some scenes. Basically, I like how Sonic and Tails have like an older brother, little brother relationship, and and basically there's like a little dance thing like at the bar, and I even like how you know me, and it's like, well, I don't want to talk about Tails, but basically Tails explains that he's from another planet, and he basically watched like the first movie. And basically he's like, "I wanted to meet my hero," and stuff like that. And Sonic's like, "Oh, that's cool." It's like, "Oh, like, did you really come up with that?" "Oh, only Sonic can come up with like the best things. He's Sonic's a hero." They tell him, and there's like a dance thing, and it helps like Tails get like a confidence boost, which is nice. And Tails can make like multiple of himself, like holograms. That's pretty funny. And also Sonic. It was like in order to like get like a map back. They had the map before, but they like lost it, and they had to do like a dance battle to get it back. And basically, it's not. I like how to Tails ask Sonic, "Am I really your buddy?" "Yeah, sure." With like I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And I like how Sonic like tucks snails. What am I doing? Sonic tucks Tails in, and Tails uses two tails to cover up Sonic, so Sonic can be warm also. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. I like that. Even though they're next to a fire, but it's still cute. Basically, Sonic and Tails end up at well, since we're here. I'll just look right here. This is actually a really good image of both Sonic and Tails. All of them look good. The characters, I mean. And you basically, Tails has his like inventions. And Sonic's like, "Where'd you get those?" "Oh, I made them." Sonic's like, "Oh wow, you're super smart." And I like how Sonic gives Tails like a encouragement boost, and basically, after there's even a thing where Sonic was listening to like Longclaw's message about how this is your moment, Sonic. Kind of like when Tom was giving Sonic like, "When your moment comes, it'll come." Basically, Longclaw's like, "You're basically ready." Like the echidnas were after the Master Emerald. They wanted to protect it, but basically one of them got greedy and like wanted to use it for good, but it corrupted. Basically, it's pure chaos. It's chaos incarnate, basically. And like, "Oh, you gotta save the world." And I liked how both Tails and the assistant police guy was like watching it. Oh jeez. And basically, Sonic and Tails end up at this place, and they get this compass, and the compass is gonna lead to the Master Emerald. Okay. And then we got Sonic versus Knuckles round 2, and this is like the snowboarding thing, where they're snowboarding like against each other. Um, you have Robotnik with like Knuckles. Let's turn up the heat over here, and you had like I just love this shot. Sonic like snowboarding, and basically Knuckles like comes in like, oh yeah. I mean, he didn't say that, but I just love it. And I love how Sonic like, oh, the Winter Soldier. And then and I like Knuckles saying I've been trained this for my entire life, and then Sonic like, I am ahead of you and I have no training. How does that make you feel? And then Knuckles goes like to Sonic like, you took away everything. And Sonic's like, oh, like you did also, because I lost everything too, because with Longclaw she died and that's all he had. Then Tails attacks Knuckles with like a taser thing. It was like a taser net or something, because like he thought that Knuckles was hurting Knuckles was hurting Sonic, and it was a misunderstanding. Oh, traitor! Like, no. But like or I think Robotnik did something where it like knocked Tails out, like oof. But like he's like not getting up. And then this is interesting that where Knuckles is like, again, I don't want to do like a deep dive with Knuckles yet, but he's like, oh hey, the Hedgehog went to the fox instead for the compass. And Robotnik's basically, that's the Hedgehog's weakness, his compassion, basically. And Knuckles is like, we get the Knuckles, and then Robotnik sends the rest of his robot goons. Knuckles, Sonic has to carry Tails on the snowboard, and he's like, oh, he has to call Tom. He doesn't want to, but he has to. And where we have the wedding scene, and basically, again, I'm skipping over it because I'm gonna get back to Sonic because I'm in the Sonic section. Again, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have timestamps. I might, who knows. But basically, Sonic's like, Tom, I need your help. He's like, I'm in the middle of a wedding. What are you doing? Are you skiing? No, I'm snowboarding. Well, whatever. What are you doing? Who's on your shoulder? Never mind that. I just need you to use the rings to save me. Again, I'll talk about the wedding scene a little later. But and then it's like, Tom, use it. And then like he has to get the ring, from the wedding altar, and then from the trailer that's when they like come in, and he's like, incoming. Sorry. Okay. Like, and then and everyone's freaking out, and says that, oh Jesus, two of them. And he's like, oh no, Tails, are you okay? And wait, Tails is like not getting up, and it's like, well, what's happening? Like the depressed lady is asking. And he's like, long story short, Robotnik's back. What do you mean Robotnik's back? And then Sonic and Tails get captured. That's when Gun shows up, like the agency. That deal with like Sonic's kind and Tails and Knuckles and all that stuff. And basically Sonic and Tails get freed because they were captured, and Sonic basically saying like, oh, like we had to go stop Robotnik, and then Tom's like, yeah, okay, but let's do it. He's like, no, only me. But look at that guy, Tails. He got hurt. I forgot to mention, like Sonic said, I promise that you won't get hurt, because Tails says, I'm just a field guy. I just wanted to protect you from Knuckles. Like your Knuckles is gonna come get you, and I just had to warn you. And then Sonic's like, wait, no, you could just leave that bombshell and like leave. And he's like, he put my trust in me. I was his hero. I'm still his hero, probably. And he almost got killed. I can't let anyone else get hurt. This is my responsibility. And he basically like runs oh no. Whew. Okay. And I like this. Basically, this is the island in Hawaii, basically, and he's basically saying, I don't like the water because the island is in water. I don't like it, but I have to. And like you've seen this, like look at the water. It looks so good, and Sonic's like running in it, and like he doesn't want to, but he knows he has to do it. I'll just leave it right there. It looks really good. And Sonic's like running through the water, but like the waves are crashing on him. And then And the humans are like doing their own thing. They're trying to get the government back on their side and stuff like that. Basically said, oh, Robotnik's back, basically. What do you mean Robotnik's dead? Like, no, he's back. We get Sonic versus Knuckles round 3, and basically, excuse me, Sonic's about to be beaten again. And like he's like, no, look at Robotnik, he's stealing the emerald. Will you take me for a fool? Look. And it's like, Robotnik, what are you doing? I'm the guardian. Like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, you were an idiot thinking I was your friend, and he just takes it and he gets all the ultimate power. And like, you know, and then Robotnik just uses all the power to like crush the temple, and temple looks really good. It looks excellent. The temple starts crashing down, and where can I find the temple? Okay, here we go. It looks really cool, and you know, basically, and that's where it happened. The final battle, like between Sonic and Knuckles, is like in this temple, and the green glow is from the Master Emerald. And you know, basically, what happens? So, all right, basically, some rubble starts falling, and Sonic doesn't like the water, but and also this island actually kind of reminds me of, people say it reminds them of Sonic 2, like Adventure. So that's pretty cool that there's like a lot of Easter eggs and stuff like that. And basically, some rubble falls on top of Knuckles, and Sonic has to save Knuckles because it's the right thing to do, and he saves him, and Sonic can't really swim, but Knuckles comes back to save Sonic. And I like how they were talking on the beach, basically, and they're like throwing sand at each other, like, oh, you think you could throw sand better than me? It's like, why did you save me? You saved me first, Hedgehog. It was some sort of tactic. No, being a hero means not just being responsible for yourself, it's being responsible for other people and their safety. And Knuckles like, oh, wise words. Did it come from like a human god or something? He's like, no, but it's a Batowski special or something. And he's like, oh, I learned it from a special guy on a fishing boat. Oh, that's sweet. And basically, Sonic, you know, has to get Knuckles like, hey, come on, like, you're not dumb. Knuckles like talking himself down, basically, like, oh, you tricked me. No, you're just naive, and he tricked you. Robotnik's smart. Eggman's smart. Like, don't let him get to you like that. And you're a powerful dude, so come on. And then Tails comes in with the tornado, classic. And then they come in, okay, for final battle against Robotnik. You see Robotnik in his like gigantic Eggman robot with like the big old mustache. And he's like, oh, Hedgehog. And he's like, okay, we gotta fight him. And I forgot the game, but people were saying that them running all together. Oh yes, Sonic Heroes. So people saying that this is from Sonic Heroes, where they're running together, Tails, Sonic, and Knuckles, and you see like their color hues following them. That's pretty cool. Oh, because the tornado actually got destroyed. Basically, that's why they're on the ground. And sounds like, I don't have a plan. And then Sonic, Knuckles like, the groin. Yeah, the groin. And it's like, Sonic's like, I'm the groin. And like, I gotta do it. Hey, Eggman, come get me. Come get some. And you don't tell me to get some. I tell you to come get some. Come get some. He's like chasing him with a big old robot. And you know, basically, he's like, snot rocket, and then poof, decimates Sonic. He falls to the ground. He's all like jacked up. And then Tom's like, we had to go get our kid. And like he's like driving, trying to say Sonic's reaching for the Master Emerald because I had to go get it, Eggman. Even like the robot actually fell down because like the bridge couldn't hold it, and the robot's getting back up. And I wonder if I can find it. Right here, like we had to go get our kid, and they're like in the truck. And look at that. Oh, look at that shot. Sonic's like reaching for the Master Emerald. Oh, I have to go get it. And the gigantic Eggman robot gonna go get you. It's gonna go get you. Ooh, is it taller now? It's probably taller. And wait, hold on. Oh, like this Eggman's about to squish him, but Pretzel Lady, it like grabs that onto Sonic, like oh, you had to get in, but you thought got to Master Emerald like just in time. Oh yeah, I knew it. Like, it was Pretzel Lady who like, got him. Oh, look how beat up he is. And then the Eggman's like, oh, what a wonderful family reunion. Because and he's like, Sonic's like, why don't you guys just leave? I'm basically gonna die, and I have to protect the emerald. Like it's my duty. And then Tom's like, hey, we're a family. We stick together no matter what. And both, like I wish I knew her name. It's weird to call her Pretzel Lady, but that's what I know her as. Pretzel Lady and Tom hug their kid, hug Sonic. Robotnik. But as immediately as that happens, the Master Emerald like cracks to see all the Chaos Emeralds go inside Sonic. Again, this is a spoiler review. I said at the beginning. Sonic turns into Super Sonic. He goes all golden, and he like lifts up Robotnik's robot leg, and then boom, he becomes Super Sonic, and then he's like, everyone's like, what? And obviously Tom and Pretzel Lady get out of the way so they don't get squished by Robotnik's foot again. And then he's like oh, like he like slices like the top half of the robot, like where like the head is, so it's only like the torso. He's like, hey Sonic, go golden, that's a good look for you. And Sonic's like not joking when he's like in supersonic form. Oh my goodness. He's like, hey, I did some things, you did some things, we're both intelligent people here. And behind his back he's like doing some robotic stuff and punches Supersonic, and poof, Supersonic just blocks it. He's the robotic's like, ugh. And then obviously Supersonic just decimates it. He does it with the other arm, decimates it, and then he just does like goes through the robot, basically like destroying everything. And he just one like little tap, and then Eggman's like, oh, like that, huh? No, I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, fine, we're not friends. Later, hater. And then we basically have Supersonic go down, and obviously Tom and Presley want to go hug their kid, and Knuckles like, we know, don't touch him. What do you mean? He's part of the Chaos Emerald now. Like he's part of the Master Emerald. Pure chaos. He's a whole other thing. I'm sorry, but it was the only way to defeat Eggman, and here Sonic's gone. Super Sonic just brings a lightning bolt. Oh, this lightning storm. What's he doing? He brings up a chili dog. Oh, like he's like, like, and he's like, hey, I think you'll like one too. And then poof, he just falls in Knuckles' face. Okay, it's the Sonic he wants to do. And Tom's like, yep. And then he just brings all the energy from him, brings all the Chaos Emeralds, sends them somewhere. I think they might set up for like the next following movies, maybe, to find the rest of the Chaos Emeralds. And then he's back to being a regular Sonic, and Knuckles basically merges like the shards of the Master Emerald back together. Excuse me. And then and then it's like, hey Sonic, you okay? It's like, yeah, Golden was really cool and ultimate, but blue's my color. And Tom's like, yeah, it suits you. And I like how Tails is like, Sonic, why'd you do that? Like, why'd you give up the power? I was still a kid. I got growing up to do. Like, I'm not like ready for that. Oh, that's so sweet. And basically, and just Sonic's like, hey, the three of us, we're gonna protect the Master Emerald together. And there's like a baseball scene, and Sonic is trying to tell Knuckles how to play baseball, which is funny. And Knuckles like, if my mission stands right here, why am I running? And Sonic's like, I can't believe this guy. I can't handle it. He's like, dude, just relax. Obviously, Knuckles wins the game, but barely. And then Sonic basically, Presley is like, hey, who wants ice cream? And then her and Adi, like the dog, go. And then Tom's like, hey Sonic, these guys, Knuckles and Tails, are perfect for you. They're your friends you never had, like your wingmen, basically, perfect friends to grow up with. And then Sonic's like, I earned more than that, Dad. And he calls Tom Dad. Aw, I wonder, is that gonna be a recurring thing, just calling Tom Dad, or is it gonna be back and forth? I wouldn't mind back and forth. But Tom smiles and he's like, races to the truck, and Sonic obviously beats him. That's like a side in Chuck. And then Sonic accidentally leaves like the Master Emerald there and like um this what would we call it, cooler. He's like, oh, can't forget about this. Yeah, don't forget about it. And then takes it and they drive off. Okay, I know probably we talked for like an hour, but that's only like the Sonic section. To Tails. We learned about Tails. Basically, watched like the first movie like us when Sonic was on the baseball field. Sonic basically that the wave went to Tails, and Tails on his planet, he wasn't very liked. His inventions always screwed up, and you know, but he, oh hey, look at Sonic, he's a really cool dude, and he found inspiration in him, and he learned that Knuckles is gonna go get Sonic because he believed that Knuckles is going to use Sonic to get to the Master Emerald, and that I had to warn you, and that's what like Tails like went to go save Sonic. Literally, he's like, go get in, and he's like, do you trust me? I don't barely know you. He's like, did your butt turn into a helicopter? And Sonic's like, up, and Tails like, a buttcopter. Only Sonic the Hedgehog can come up with that, and like the whole situation with Longclaw, and then Tails is like, well, here's where you gotta go. I gotta go, and he's like, where are you going? You're coming with me. Like he's like, well, no, I'm a field agent. I mean, I'm not a field agent. Like I don't go in the field. I'm an invention guy. He's like, oh, did you make all these inventions? And he's like, yeah. And like, you know, and then Sonic's like, oh, don't worry, I promise you won't get hurt. That comes by him in the butt, but he's like, I promise you won't get hurt. And they obviously had the dance routine, and obviously Tails is like, his like, translator's like not working to order food. And it's like, it like insults like the lady, and they had to do this like, dance off thing to get like the map back. And they have a big confidence boost, and like I said before in like the Sonic portion where Tails like, hey Sonic, am I like your pal? Yeah, sure, bud. And he's like, you know, hey, your inventions are cool. Don't forget about those like jerks on your planet. What they said. Your inventions might screw up a little bit, but your inventions are so cool. They let us here. The safety. We've been out in the blizzard. You know, your inventions are cool. And you know, again, like they were kind of like against each other. Tails put his two tails on top of what was it? Like on top of Sonic, and so that was pretty nice. And oh yeah, like you know, Tails basically gets hurt, and like you know the sister and Presley had these Tails inventions to get past the gun agent, so that's pretty funny. It's like that fox has some crazy stuff, and and Tails gets like you know he's like he's fine, and Sonic's like, oh thank goodness, and oh wait, no sorry no that wasn't Sonic. Sonic left. The humans went to Tails, and it was she was like Presley was like a veterinarian, so as Tails is a fox technically, so you know. But Tails is fine. He's like, oh, I gotta help Sonic. He's like, all like can't really move. He's like, you gotta stay here. He's like, but Sonic doesn't know what he's like up against. Like he's gonna go up against Robotnik and Knuckles at the what the Master Emerald is. If they get it first, like Sonic's like doomed. And like you know they're kind of like, oh man. First things first, we gotta make sure you're all right. Like we gotta help you up. And then that's where like where Sonic is basically chasing after Robotnik and stuff like that. With like Knuckles, they had to find a way like to get there. This is where Tails comes in. With like the tornado, with this Tails classic plane, and it's like, hey, hop on. Oh, I also forgot to mention Tails shocked Knuckles. And he's like, I'm really sorry for like tasering you. He's like, don't worry, Fox. My revenge against you will come, and like, when you least expect it, they'll be over. He's like, what? And even Tails like, hey, can we trust this guy, Sonic? He's like, yeah, we have to trust him. Like you know, he got tricked by Robotnik. He's a good dude. He's just misguided. And Knuckles like, what do you mean? And he's like, you know, Knuckles is confused. And obviously, Tails does like the spin thing with the tornado and all the missiles, but the missiles end up hitting the tornado, and you know they basically had to to leave it basically. What else I want to say about Tails? I mentioned his inventions, like he's from another planet. People say the inventions didn't work. I talked about the dance scene. of him was about to leave, him getting hurt, um, the veterinarian helping him, the tornado. Oh, him with the final battle to get Robotnik to for Knuckles to punch the Master Emerald out of Robotnik and stuff like that. Tails did like a whole hologram thing. Which one's the real me? And then Robotnik's like, I'm the only one smart here. And he's like, I figured it out. And then Tails like, oh no, poor little fox. And then obviously Knuckles punches the Master Emerald out of Robotnik and stuff like that. And that's where like it falls out. And that's when the Eggman robot that's where it fell basically. And I liked when Tails asked Sonic, like, oh, why'd you give up all the ultimate power? You were so powerful, Sonic. I have a lot growing up to do. And Tails like, oh, that's cool. And the baseball scene, basically, Sonic introduces Tails. He's like, oh, Miles Tails per hour. That's basically his full name, so it's like per hour. That's pretty funny. And basically, he throws like a fastball with like his tail, and then Sonic Knuckles like boom pounds it like power bump. Oh, I forgot Tails like, oh, power bump, like for like the unbreakable vow. And then Knuckles like, okay, fine, we'll do like a power bump to protect the Master Emerald. And oh, I like this. He's like, oh, let's go, Knuckles, let's get some ice cream. And Knuckles like lifts Tails up, kind of like a big brother, little brother thing. And he's like, oh, I love ice cream. What was that? So like, that's pretty funny. And basically, that's it for like Tails. Let's get into Knuckles. Knuckles, he first shows up when Robotnik is still on the Mushroom Planet, doing that mushroom coffee thing. He's so disgusting. And Knuckles comes in, he's like, hey, that blue quill, where'd you find that? Oh, a menace on Earth. I can show you the way. And that's where like Knuckles like meets up with Sonic, has that first battle basically. But I talked about it mostly already because Sonic was part of it. Oh, you can lead me to the Master Emerald. It's like, what are you talking about? That's a bedtime story. Oh no, it's real. You can lead me to it. And then when Knuckles is still after like Tails and Sonic, like it was like on like a police car, and he like is driving out to the ledge, and Robotnik's like, hey, you gonna help me out here? Oh, you gonna attack me? He's like, oh no, there's stairs. He's like, oh, you're gonna help me, like I can help you find the Master Emerald, like to protect it basically, away from the menace. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll join you. And Robotnik says like his new outfit. Eggman takes Knuckles to like the Mean Bean Cafe basically, and that's where we meet up with Agent Stone. He's back. He's like, you brought some space porcupine? He breaks his hand. Porcupine? I'm the last of you Echidna warriors. And Robotnik's basically saying like, shake hands basically, and crushes his hand. He just didn't do with Robotnik. Oh my goodness, so physically strong. Oh my goodness. And Knuckles like, apologies. And Knuckles is very naive, so he's kind of reading like the messages because Robotnik hacked into Sonic's phone. Sonic has a phone. And he's like, Knuckles like, dot, dot, dot. You don't have to read it, but he's just doing it. He's very literal. And then Agent Stone's like, Robotnik, why did you hire this imbecile? Oh, this imbecile is going to help us find the Master Emerald. It's pure chaos, pure power. And you say, oh, that's big. Like it can manifest anything you imagine. It's been my vision board for years. And basically it's like, oh, we found him, and Robotnik's like, no, that's a lie. We keep waiting. Oh, there it is. We will find him there. We have Knuckles versus Sonic round 2 on the snowboard, and when Sonic says, I'm ahead of you, like, oh, and I'm untrained and you're trained, and he's like, everything's a joke to you. Why are you joking? And he basically saying like, I lost everything. My father, we were part of the Echidna tribe, and he told me that I wasn't ready, and my moment will come, but it wasn't this day. And when he left, he didn't come back. He basically died, and Sonic basically said like, yeah, we both lost things that were important that day. You lost your father. He doesn't say, but he basically lost Longclaw, basically. And that's kind of interesting. Sonic basically lost his mother, and Knuckles lost his father, basically. Parallels. And that's where Tails comes in and shocks Knuckles, basically. And he's like, "Oh, you deceiver!" It's like, "No, no, 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 that wasn't." And obviously, I forgot it was Eggman or Knuckles like knocked Tails out, and obviously Sonic went to Tails, and Knuckles like, "Oh, hey, the Hedgehog went to for the fox, not the compass," and he's like, "Oh, that's his, oh, like his flaw, like that makes us better." Oh, I even forgot to mention, like, are you gonna leave a like stone here? And like, oh, let's leave him. We'll make a joke out of it. Oh, dishonorable. And Eggman said, I am dishonorable. Like, deal with it. He's like, And also, like, this scene, he's kind of, yeah, I don't know about this, but you gotta trust him. He says he's gonna lead me to the Master Emerald to protect it, basically. We have Knuckles versus and Robotnik racing in the temple, but they're doing all wrong. He's like, work smarter, not harder. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry, I'm not showing any. I don't think I've even showed any Tails images. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. Look at Knuckles, it's really cool. Yeah, this is in the Mean Bean Cafe. I could have shown this stuff. Man. I'll leave it right here for now. And you basically they go through the trash, and he's like, work smarter, not harder. And he's like, every 6 seconds there's gonna be a trap, so look out for that. And Knuckles like, okay, like you're the doctor. And they're going through it very slowly and stuff. And then they get to the Master Emerald, and Robotnik's like, there it is. And Knuckles like, oh, there it is, just as my father told me. I'm here to protect it. And he's like, yeah, sure you are. And then he's about to like to knock out Knuckles. Sonic basically comes in. He's like, oh, the little mess ruined everything. And he's like, then we get Knuckles versus Sonic. Oh, looks so cool. They did like this big dash thing, and Sonic basically pounds like Knuckles into the ground, this earth. Like I think it was like stairs. Like boom. I kind of want Knuckles' eyes to be open, but it's fine. And basically, they do like a big dash thing. Sonic's put bashing Knuckles to the ground. They're punching each other, and then he's like, "No, Knuckles, look out! Robotnik's gonna get the emerald. You think I'm a fool? He's like, just look." And he's like, "Robotnik, what are you doing?" Oh, he's like, "I thought you were my friend." That's what happened in what's it called, Sonic 2, the game. Robotnik basically tricks Knuckles. You thought friends are vulnerable with each other and honest. You were a fool to think I was your friend. And obviously Knuckles feels bad. And obviously Robotnik gets the emerald, puts it inside himself, and he becomes like chaos incarnate, basically. And basically, and then he destroys the whole temple. Knuckles basically is getting drowned. Sonic saves him. Sonic gets drowned. Knuckles saves him, like an equal save. And obviously Sonic's throwing sand at him. What are you doing sand at me? What are you doing? And obviously Knuckles is plowing him with pounds of sand. Like, stop doing that. And Sonic's like, why did you save me? And Knuckles is like, you saved me. You some sort of tactic you're doing. No, it's not a tactic. Like, couldn't let you die. And he's like, oh, you have honor. Yeah, I guess you can say that I have honor. And he's like, it's like, oh, like, and it's like, a hero doesn't care about just himself, he cares about other people. It's a wise word, does it come from a human lord or something? He's like, oh, it came from this Batowski special, like, he's like, He's like, come on, Knuckles, we can still stop Robotnik. And he's like, okay. And Knuckles is still, like, grab the hand and crush the thing. Oh, jeez, dude, what are you going to crush my hand for? He does it 3 times. He doesn't do it after that, but, Tails comes in with the tornado. Both Knuckles and Sonic come in. He's like, oh, sorry, Knuckles, I tase you. He's like, your time will come, Fox, but we have bigger fish to fry. And he's like, okay, here's the plan. And then Knuckles just jumps off the plane. Okay, so Knuckles is gonna do his own thing. And Knuckles be like, Robotnik, you tricked me. I'm gonna make you feel pain. And he's like punching a giant robot Eggman. It's like not working. I'm just gonna leave it right there. That looks really cool. I mean, basically, Knuckles is trying to get Robotnik to stop, and he's like, oh no, we have to work together as a team. And like, Knuckles like, yeah, the three of us. Your strength, my speed, Tails, your smarts, we can do it. And then they have like their hues, blue, yellow, and red. They're running. They're gonna stop Robotnik. And Knuckles is like, oh, and wait a minute. Sonic's like, I actually don't have a plan. Tails, any ideas? Tails, is very smart. He's very smart. He's like, we have to find Robotnik's weak point in the robot, and then Knuckles is like, the groin. Like, he's like, stop saying groin. He's like, but the groin's the weakest spot, like the most vulnerable spot. And Sonic's like, I'm the groin. And he's like, he will come after me. And then Knuckles is obviously the honorable one. Oh, Sonic, you're so honorable. The great Hedgehog. You'll make your sacrifice so you'll be remembered. He's like, thank you, Knuckles, thank you. And he's like, and obviously, Robotnik chases after Sonic. Both Knuckles throws himself and Tails up there so we can get the Master Emerald. We get Tails doing the smarts, tricking Robotnik, and Robotnik's like, I'm the only smart one here. Stops Tails with the whole hologram thing. And then we have Knuckles basically pound the Master Emerald out of Robotnik. Dang! The Master Emerald falls. And, like, both Knuckles and Tails fall out of it also. I think Tails saved Knuckles with his butt copter. I'm not 100% sure. And, basically, what happens next? Oh yeah, this is when like Super Sonic basically happened, and Knuckles like, you can't touch him. I'm sorry, your Sonic's gone. He's like another entity now. And then the chili dogs fall on Knuckles' face. Okay, it's a Sonic you remember. Knuckles fused back the Master Emerald. Ew. Sorry, I'm mixing words. It's getting kind of late. Knuckles crushes back the Master Emerald, that thing right there, back to its original state. And he's like, originally there were 2 tribes that looked over the Master Emerald. Now there's 3 of us. And Tails like, oh, that's a great idea. We'll guard it ourselves. The 3 of us. Like, and then like, okay, well, maybe we should make an unbreakable promise, an oath. And then Tails like, how about a power bump? Power bump? He's like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, it's an unbreakable promise. And Knuckles like, okay, power bump it is. And they all do it, and it's all great. Baseball scene. Oh, sorry. On the baseball scene, basically, and the Knuckles is like, I don't. Oh, obviously, Sonic introduces, hypes up Knuckles. Knuckles the Echidna is on the base. He's like, I don't understand. If my final hour lasts right here where I stand, why do I run at all? Why do I run? Why would I run at all? And then obviously Tom and the press lady like, don't overthink it, Knuckles, don't overthink it. He's like, and then he's like, oh, prepare for my fastball, Knuckles. And he's like, oh, Fox, your fastball shall be dishonored, and as you will be. And he's like, oh, jeez, Knuckles, that's so dark. Like, stop it. And he's like, oh, prepare for a fastball. And then Knuckles like, he's holding the bat. He's forgetting. He does a power bump, and boom, the ball went over fence. And Tom's like, I think that was our only ball. And then Knuckles like, yes, I won. He like, slams like the bat like into the ground, so he's like sticking up. He's like, I have conquered the first of the bases. The second has also been conquered. The third was no match for me. And then obviously like they're like, oh, who wants ice cream? And then Knuckles is like, I'm having the fun. Like I thought that was really sweet because Knuckles is basically naive and he's very literal. Basically, he's like, oh, what's ice cream? And then Sonic basically says it's a dessert. If you love fun, you're gonna love it. And he said, oh, dessert, yum. We'll have grapes in it. And Sonic's like, well, not usually, but sometimes it does. There's strawberry, blueberry, grapes. Their flavors, more healthier flavors. And and basically, Knuckles carries Tails, Big Brother, Low Brother. They get into and then Tails gets in trouble. Come on, Sonic, not Sonic. Come on, Knuckles. He's like, my victory chariot. I love it. It is a victory chariot. We see one, and he's like, oh, Sonic, I was just told they have sprinkles. Oh, sprinkles. This is your new destiny now, Knuckles. He's like, what a wonderful way to celebrate me and decimating you in base of ball. What do you mean? You barely beat me. I totally beat you. You had never been beaten like this before. Jeez. And so that's it for Knuckles. So I talked about Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. What else? I guess we'll talk about humans now. Again, I don't want to repeat stuff. Oh, I forgot. Maybe I forgot to mention. Presley woke up. Sonic basically, but Sonic was tired from being like Blue Justice. He's so sleepy. And again, stuff that happened with the fishing boat, the wedding. The wedding's made for like the adults. The little girl. I forgot who she was. Who was like the daughter? I think it was like the daughter of the sister. I think, but I'm not 100% sure. But basically, what happens there? Oh yeah, he's basically saying, "I wish Sonic can have these." Like it's like the future husband like marrying the sister, and he's like, they're all like shirtless. They're like, "Oh yeah," they're playing volleyball and stuff. And Tom's the only one who's wearing a shirt. He's like, "I wish Sonic can have like his own wingman," and he gets that at the end. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sure you'll get it like somehow." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I hope so." And obviously, he calls Sonic like to check on him. He's like, "Oh, everything's normal. Okay, just clean it up when you're done." And Tom's interaction with his sister. He's like, "Oh," and sister's like, "Oh, let's bygones be bygones," basically. And the husband's like, "Hey, I'm back in the first movie. Like, you let her tied up. Like, you don't do that." But he's obviously joking with him. Like, it's fine. It's totally fine. The whole wedding scene happens, and there was also a scene where Tom was worried about Sonic, and then she's like, the press lady's like, "Hey, just calm down. I'm sure he's fine. Don't worry." And in the same moment, Sonic's like was like not fine, so that was pretty funny. And what happens next? Oh yeah, the wedding scene happens. He does a little ring trick with like the little girl, and then he switches the ring so the obviously Sonic said use his ring to get back, like so they don't have to pay for a ticket. And he switched the ring, so he has the wedding ring because he uses the ring to save Sonic, but it doesn't work. He has to go up to the altar. He's like, "I need to borrow the rings." He's like, "Oh, what's up, pal? I need to borrow the rings." He's like, "Nope." I also forgot to mention the phone call during the beginning of the trailer. That was Sonic basically calling him, and he's like, "I need to use the ring to save me. I need to borrow the ring." And he's like, "No, you put a ring on it." And Tom had to punch him. Like, oh my goodness, he had to use the ring, and then that's where like all the snow came in, and then she's like, "Oh, snow, my God!" Like, and then that's where Gun comes in. Basically, it's like this special agency for like Sonic. And then apparently the husband was like working for Gun to get close with the family, and she's like, "Are you kidding me?" And she gets like really mad, and it's like, "Oh wait, he's alright." It's like, "Oh no, they're menaces. Like they need to be contained." He's like, and it's the same guy who gave him like the Olive Garden gift card. back in the first movie, he gives one to the sister. Says, I'm sorry for the inconvenience if we broke your heart. And here's an Olive Garden gift card. It was like $50. Are you kidding me? And sorry, thought I heard something. But basically some stuff indoors, and obviously the husband become fiance feels bad because like yes, it was originally set up, but he actually did fall in love with her. And there's a thing where the sister and oh, I forgot to mention, Tom and Presley said, no, Robotnik's back. And he's like, what do you mean he said? No, he's back. Okay, look out for Robotnik. He might be still alive. So, okay, so they're going to do that. And the sister and Presley do like a weird handshake thing, but it's their own thing. And basically, they're going to go use Fox's inventions to like it like blows them, not blows them up, but like blasts them in the air and stuff and falls to the ground. Oh my goodness. And obviously you save the Hedgehog and Fox. I'm gonna go teach my fiance a lesson for like, you know, tricking me. Let me actually get to it. It's right here. She's on a golf cart and she has like champagne. And this is like the band concert right behind her, and she's like, "You're dead," and he's like, "Oh my!" And he's like, "Are you kidding me right now? Like you tricked me." It's that I'm really sorry. Like, you know, like I didn't mean to hurt you. It's just part of a job. It's like really nothing between us is real. It's like, well, at first it wasn't, but then actually did grow like to love you and stuff like that. And you know, even a point where the fiance was talking to the head of gun. He's like, I feel kind of bad for her. We'll send her another gift card. Dang, $100, because it would be probably be like another $50 gift card. And then, you know, obviously they're the kind of, she's, and you know, he's basically said like, you know, being a gun agent is hard because the first rule is like, what's the first rule? Don't fall in love, basically, and don't fall in love with the people who you're looking after and watching over. And so, like, you know, but he's like, I'm glad I broke that rule. And they kiss. Do they get married? I think they're like still dating or something. Maybe they're still engaged. I don't know. And obviously, we don't see them for like the rest of the film. The sister and the fiance, but we get back with Tom and Press Lady and the head of gun. They're going to like Robotnik, basically the Mean Bean Cafe. Oh, we got surrounded. Robotnik, he comes in. He's all powerful with like the Master Emerald. Like, oh my goodness, he's like all like what like Magneto style people called it, like ripped apart helicopters and stuff like that. And that's what the G stand for, is silver gun. Obviously, Robotnik comes in. Look how powerful I am. And look at this. This is what I was talking about. Like, he did taking apart stuff, and he made this like giant tornado, and this is where he made like the giant Eggman robot, basically. And the Guardian Agents basically try to fight off this thing, but they couldn't. And basically that's kind of it for them until like the post credit scene. But we get to like the again, for humans, they went to go rescue Sonic after he gets, you know, decimated by Eggman, basically. And it's like, oh, we sit together no matter what. And then Sonic went Supersonic, basically. And the baseball scene happened, you know, just like I said, like I think like twice or three times. Is, you know, you have great friends to grow up with, and Sonic calls Tom dad, and that's all great and good. They want to go get ice cream. Great. What else? What else do I want to talk about? So I talked about Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, the human characters in general. Wait. Before the human characters, I should have talked about Robotnik. We start with Robotnik in like the mushroom planet, basically. basically right here. This is the mushroom planet, and Knuckles comes in, and like excuse me. And basically, he's like trying like mushroom coffee, does like 6 or 7 times. It just tastes terrible. And he recruits Knuckles like basically to help him defeat Sonic. He Robotnik turns off the Oh right, he's using his smarts. He's a crazy smart to open up a portal, to like to get to back to Earth to find Sonic, and that's when this happened. That this basically happened, like boom, and then that's when like he uses like Sonic's like quill, and then that's where Knuckles came in, and they basically worked together. Oh, these Echidna Warriors actually came in first, and Eggman like defeated them with like these like traps and stuff like that. And Knuckles came in, and Eggman's like, "Who are you? I'm Knuckles the Echidna. Where did you get that quill?" Because he knows about Sonic. Oh, it's a blue menace. I could show you the way. And obviously Eggman comes in, like, like introduces Knuckles to Sonic. Basically, you look at Sonic, Knuckles right here, Sonic, and oh, I forgot, Eggman calls Sonic Hedgehog, and this is part of the games also. And basically, there's so many things. Oh yeah. Basically, Robotnik helps Knuckles off the cliff, basically, and this is where it happens, where he gets this is where Knuckles says, "Oh, you think your robots can defeat me? These are these, basically." And he obviously Robotnik gets out of his jungle outfit and he goes into this outfit. He's like, "Oh yeah, yes, I'm back." He reaches up with Agent Stone, and I forgot. I'm just gonna do Agent Stone pretty quickly. Is he in love with Robotnik? I think he just might be obsessed with him because he's in the Mean Bean Cafe. He made like a foam thing with Dr. Robotnik's like the death of the Eggman with like the giant mustache. And he's like, "Oh, I miss you, Doctor." And the other guy's like kind of wants his latte. He's like, "Dude," like he gives him like a look. I was kind of thinking, is Agent Stone in love with him? I mean, either way, I'm like, oh, okay. Um, and and then obviously Agent Stone closed the cafe. Like, oh, Robotnik's like coming back basically. And another thing for Agent Stone is that there's a funny thing with like the owner's manual basically. And it's like, did you read the manual, Agent Stone, for like the giant robot? It's like, oh no, oh here it is. It's like, what'd you do? Oh, it's part of the manual. It's like the mustache thing. And he's like, oh, that's pretty cool. And he was also interrogated by the lackey police officer that was like with Sonic and Tails when the Long Claw speech happened. So that also happened too. And basically, Eggman comes to Agent Stone. I know of a source of ultimate power, basically. Like, I know the source. And basically, Eggman eventually gets to this oh yeah, this is where he introduces Knuckles to Agent Stone, basically. But I think I already talked about that. Robotnik eventually gets to here. This is a really cool shot. Oh, like an Uber. Let's turn up the heat because it's very cold up here. Let's turn up the heat. And obviously, Robotnik is like, shooting missiles at them. Sorry, I don't mean to sound bored. I'm just getting really tired. But was there anything about Robotnik I didn't talk about? Oh yeah, so Robotnik takes Master Emerald, puts it inside him, and he basically teleports him. When he destroys the temple, he teleports him back to the Mean Bean Cafe. right here, and like this was saying Agent Stone was like being captive by the police officer. And look at Eggman right here. He looks creepy. And he has the Master Emerald. And like the red on his suit is all green. He's like, Doctor, are you okay? And his voice is like modified. He's like, yes, I'm filled with the chaotic power. It's like, and like he like released Agent Stone, like, you lackey, like sit in the chair basically. And obviously he comes out and shows off his ultimate power to the gun agents basically. I think I showed this before. He comes out of the Mean Bean Cafe, and like he creates this robotnik Eggman bot. What was it called? Like the Death Carrier or something? I forgot. And he basically is like terrorizing everyone. That's what Sonic says. I'm the groin, and then Eggman goes after him. Snot Rocket destroys Sonic. Like to get him off his balance basically. And I said basically twice, not 3 times. Eggman's like, oh right, Sonic, not Sonic, Tails and Knuckles want to go trick Robotnik. Knuckles eventually punches the Master Emerald out of Robotnik. Robot falls along with Knuckles and Tails and Master Emerald. He's like, my power is gonna need to get it back, and obviously the robot is chasing after Sonic. Well, Sonic gets the Master Emerald. And immediately as Eggman's about to stomp on him, Press Lady, Tom, in their car went to go save Sonic. And obviously, it's what a touching family reunion, crushes them. And then we have Eggman versus Super Sonic. I already explained that. He does a couple punches. Super Sonic just like blows him away. And he's like, later, hater. Like, oh, it's gonna be like that. We can be friends. It's like, nope. And what else? I guess for Easter eggs, I think I've already talked about that. The Chaos Emeralds, I think, were from Sonic Colors, the game. I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think it might be from that game. I think at least it's part of it. What else? The island reminds me of Sonic 2. Gun, that's also from Sonic lore. Sonic Eggman with the bald head and the long mustache, that's also another thing. The Master Emerald, the Chaos Emeralds, and what was it? Oh, Super Sonic, that's also another one. And yeah, I guess that's really it for like that type of stuff. Okay, talk about for post-credit scenes. So this is like spoilers, extra spoilers. So if you just wanted me to talk about characters and backgrounds and stuff like that, again, I'm talking about like the Mean Bean Cafe and the island and the snowy mountains and Green Hill Zone. I talk about that stuff. The bridge basically. So now I'm done with that stuff. I'm going to talk about the post-credit scene, basically after the whole baseball scene. Oh, and there's even like a video game end credits of basically the video game of what happened. It's based off the video game. So that's pretty cool. We get the gun and then just say, hey, agent, like special report. It's like, oh, we couldn't find Robotnik, sir. And it's like, oh, he's finally dead this time. Good riddance. Like, look at this mess this lunatic made. And you obviously Agent Stone dressed up as a gun agent. So he's probably like looking for Robotnik because I don't want him to be dead. And then obviously the special agent lady, he's like, hey sir, there's something else. What do you mean? When we were wiping Robotnik off her files, we found something in his files. So it's like, well, what is it? Something that was like buried for over 50 years. And he's like, what was it? Coordinates. Coordinates to where? And he's like, it was a black site, sir. And like, and there's been theories going around. It was either going to be Shadow or Silver that's going to show up at the end of this movie, just like Tails showed up at the end of the first movie. Who's going to be? Is the black site, sir? And then is it always a research facility, and someone really wanted to keep this hidden away from us, from prying eyes. The head of guns, like my God, sorry, my God, Project Shadow. So this is Shadow, and it's like he's like awake, and his eyes like with like lightning, and that's like the end of the movie. Okay, cool. So we have Shadow. This was a great movie. Oh my goodness, how long have I been talking for? Maybe like 2 hours or something. I'm sorry if this was kind of long, but this was great movie. I really enjoyed it for the most part. Not really any complaints. Can't wait for Sonic 3. Don't know when that's gonna come out. Obviously, we have Shadow. Are we gonna get another character? Because we got Tails and Knuckles. Maybe we get Shadow, but also Silver. Maybe, who knows? Everyone, this is my first movie review. Sorry, this was my first movie review ever. So please, in the comments, tell me if you want me to do it different. Do you just want me to talk about the beginning of the movie straight, frame by frame by frame, all the way to the end, or do you like me breaking down characters and not retelling scenes? Be like multiple characters and multiple scenes. So basically, you like the way I did it, and comments down below. Which was your favorite part? Which one is your favorite character? Let's see. What do you think is gonna happen with Shadow? Do you think Eggman's dead? Robotnik, basically. Is Agent Stone looking for Robotnik? Probably he is. And everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Give me a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for we're back to regular reviews. Amphibia Season 2, Episode 19. And it's called, what was it called? The Dinner and Battle of the Bands. Those are the final 2 segments before the season finale, which I plan on doing on Friday. Okay, and I'll see you then. Alright. Bye.